Maatjies. Today we're talking about Taylor Swift. We're talking about my favorite album, aka the Folklore album. If you don't agree, I don't care. I've worn my best outfit. I can't afford, or the post is too unreliable to get myself one of those freaking cute cardigans. So I'm wearing my grandma's cardigan, which I feel fits the theme more because it is an old cardigan. Today we're doing a book recommendation for every Taylor Swift song on Folklore. Folklore is my favorite album because it's just folklore. It's amazing without any interruptions, because there's hidey-das on this side of my face and there's dogs on this side of my face. So let's get on to the book recommendations. Now, of course, the first song on Folklore is The One. Very cheeky, and my book recommendation is Pack Up the Moon by Kristen Higgins. The One is a song about the one that got away, basically, and it may be not because of death, but this book is because of death. Bit morbid, but it still fits, and I feel like this embodies it. Like, the one, his wife was the one for a certain period of time, and now he reads her letters that she wrote him before she died, and he goes through life without her, and he finds another one to spend the rest of his life with. And it's a very sweet book, very sad, so brace for tears because it's very sad. The second song on Folklore is Cardigan.
Vintage tea, brand new phone.
A song about reflecting on your past and about a boy who really saw you for who you were on the inside and not all this glitzy outside stoic girl. And he really saw you for you, and he picked you up and he pushed you on like you were his favorite. The book I'm recommending for the song is Rock Bottom Girl by Lucy Score. Now, don't worry, the main character didn't cheat on the female main character, but she was down in the trenches. She was really at rock bottom, and he really lifted it up, aka putting her on like she was his favorite. And it's a really sweet book, rated at 5 stars. Really recommend. The third song on Folklore is The Last Great American Dynasty.
Rebecca rode up on the afternoon train. It was
Say What You Want. This is the Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo's song. It's the vibe, it's everything. It's just fits so perfectly. Evelyn Hugo being this different type of woman. She's successful. People hate her, then they love her, and she has so many husbands, and she's scandalous, and it's just so good. The fourth song on the Folklore album is Exile. The book I'm recommending is Northern Crosses by Mallory Blackman. Now, this is a bit of a book that I read a long time ago, and it's very YA, and it covers a lot of important stuff, especially people being on two sides of things. This is where the race classes are switched, and white people aren't as benefited as they are in today's society, or slavery existed, but for white people it's like everything is like switched, and it's like these two star-crossed lovers, a black woman and a white man, falling in love, and everyone's like, you can't do that, our two races are at war. And it's just so beautiful. It's very sad, it's really powerful. And number 5, the fifth song on Folklore is My Tears Ricochet. Basically about a person that hurt someone, and that person I feel is your home, and you can't go back to them because they're just so toxic, or they just really hurt you in a way. I feel like Court of Mist and Fury is the embodiment of this book, being she wants to go home but she can't because this man is not good for her, or he's not letting her be herself, and she wants to go home, especially at the beginning of the book. She wants to go home but she can't, mostly because of other factors like a deal with another man. So I feel if you haven't read the ACOTAR series yet, let this be your sign to read the ACOTAR series. Number 6 is Mirrorball, my favorite song on Folklore. This song is about a woman. She's in the light. She's just there for someone. She doesn't care. She's dancing just for them. This is King of Greed by Anna Wong. Now this is marriage in trouble, like second chance romance, I feel. And this woman truly just gives up everything for her husband, because her husband is obviously, he grew up poor and he wants to provide for his family, and doing so he forgets about his wife. And I just feel it's perfect, and I just love this book. I love this song too. The seventh song on the seventh song on Folklore is 7.
Sweet tea in the summer, cross your heart, won't tell no other. And though I can't.
And the book rec I'm giving this is Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. Also a great show if you haven't watched it already. Outlander is about a woman that time travels back into the 1700s and falls in love with a Highlander. And it's really good and a really great romance. The 8th song on Folklore is August.
Whispers of Are You Sure?
And this is the book If You Had Been With Me, I think, if it had been me. Obviously our girl reminiscing about or talking about this guy, that if you were with me, this is how it would be. And I feel that's August. Like, girl, if you had been with me, or if you were with me forever, this is how it would be. Number 9 is a song called This Is Me Trying.
This is me trying. I just wanted you to know.
Also a great song, and I have 2 recommendations for it. The first one being Tattered Stars. Tattered Stars is a part of a series. This is the last book in the series. It's a really great series by Catherine Cowles, I think, and it's about this girl that was kidnapped when she was younger, and she just really hasn't been the same since, but she's trying. And then you have this other man that's like, everyone hates him in the town. He's like this ex-convict and a criminal. People just don't trust him, and he's awful, and they fall in love, and he's trying and she's trying, and they just fall in love, and they only feel safe with each other. Chef's kiss. Also, what I've seen a lot is that people say this is Nesta's song from A Quarter Soul of Flames, and I can see it. Ghosts. People say that this is Nesta's song from A Quarter Soul of Flames, which is true. So take that, do with that what you will, but I can see This Is Me Trying being Nesta's song from A Quarter Soul of Flames. The 10th song on Folklore is Illicit Affairs.
Make sure nobody sees you leave. Hood over your head.
And this is of course Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. Ex-boyfriend's dad, they fall in love, huge age gap. It's like seeking around, and it's just so perfect. If you're going to read a book by Penelope Douglas, let it be Birthday Girl and not the one that shall not be named. Number 11, Invisible String. I just need you to, this book isn't more perfect for this song, and that is Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. This song is perfect for those 2 characters. First of all, they have 2 typewriters that are literally linked to each other. That's an invisible thing if I ever saw one. So they're linked in that way. They're grandmothers. were two of the only people that had these typewriters, so they're linked that way. They've work rivals, enemies to lovers, he falls first. Also heard it described as published Hermione fanfiction, and I can confirm it is published Hermione fanfiction. Number 12, Mad Woman. This Mad Woman is a great song, very female rage song, and this is of course The Silent Patient. Now, The Silent Patient technically is a mad woman, and she is a woman that went mad because of a man, of course. So it's just perfect. One of my favorite thrillers, one of the first ever thrillers I've ever read, and I just loved it. The 13th song on Folklore is Epiphany. Favorite songs, very heartbreaking, very sad, very a song about going through a difficult time, losing someone, not knowing what to do. And I feel the characters that come to mind when hearing this song is of course Selena and Sam from the Throne of Glass series, especially Assassin's Blade, where the story takes place most of the time. And I just feel like their characters, especially what happens to Sam, it's really heartbreaking, really sad. Number 15, Peace.
A coming of age is come and gone. Suddenly this song.
This song is about someone that can never give you peace because of who they are, if they are like, because this is of course a song about Taylor. There's a sense of peace she is never going to give a significant other because she is so famous. And I feel the perfect recommendation for this song is Assistant to the Villain. The villain and his assistant Evie, he really cares about his assistant Evie in a more than platonic way, and because of who he is, aka the villain, he'll never give her that sense of peace or safety or that feeling of peace because of who he is, even though they love each other. He just won't be able to give her that because of who he is. Second to last song, number 16, is Hoax.
Stood on the cliffside screaming, give me.
I just love this song, and the book that comes to mind is Pennies by Pippa Winters. Dark romance, really triggering. Pippa Winters' romance is usually very dark and dingy. So the reason I'm recommending this book is because of this lyric saying, stood on a cliffside screaming, give me a reason. And the woman in this book just doesn't speak, and she decides, I'm not going to give my voice to anyone, and she turns out she's stopped speaking for a long time, like a few years or something, and she gets rescued, and she's like, who deserves to hear my voice for the first time? And she gives it to herself, and she speaks her first words to herself in the mirror. And I feel like just this sense of her screaming on a cliff, just give me a reason to go on, or I just need a reason to not go on, or it's just chef's kiss, great dark romance. If you haven't read Pippa Winters and you love dark romance, I really recommend. Okay, just realized I skipped a song, Betty. Can't believe I skipped Betty.
Standing in your cardigan.
This song is Magnolia Parks. Obviously, the male main character in Magnolia Parks cheats on Magnolia for a reason that is spoiler, which I will not say. And you're trying to figure out, why did he cheat on her? Was it an accident? Did he really cheat on her? Where did he lie to her? And just read them. Just read the Magnolia Park series. I promise you, you'll love it. The last song on Folklore is The Lakes. The Lakes was a bit of a difficult one to get a recommendation for, or think of a recommendation, because this song feels to me like an enemy and his love, and his enemy is hated and his love is loved. And he's trying to tell her, you don't belong here. They're holding you back. You don't belong with them. You belong with me here. And this is of course shut to me. This is Aaron Warner and Juliet. Like, you can't talk to me. This is them. Obviously, Aaron's seeing Juliet for her strength and admiring her for her powers, and the others being so fearful of her for her strength and for her powers. And everyone hates Aaron. Like, in the beginning, everyone hates him. He's like this tyrant. No one likes him. He's like this villain. He only wants bad or whatever. And he isn't that way. And I feel like you see that when the books go on. And I feel like they're like just perfect for this song. And there we have it. A book recommendation for every song on Folklore. If you do read some of these books, please let me know. If you like these books, let me know. If you like my recommendations, let me know. If you have some recommendations, please share below with the song. Thank you for watching. I'll see you when I'll see you, which is probably next week, Saturday. Bye.